Hello, welcome to class this month. Long arms and back. So this is inspired by one of our members and one of our OPC teachers. She really loves the long back arms. And there are several that you can do on the Cadillac and Tower. And there's actually a set that we can do here on the window chair, as well as exercises that have the arms behind us. And so real quickly, your arms can work in front of you. They can work down by your sides. They can work out to the side. They can work up, and then they can work back. And what a lot of us don't do is focus on the strength with our arms to the back. We end up feeling it in our wrists, right? So the goal of this workout is to challenge ourselves to work in a space where our arms are connected to our back while our back is nice and long without pinching our shoulder blades together. And then have fun while doing it. So we're going to do a regular wonderful window chair workout, but there will be some times we really focus on how every exercise is really preparing us to take that arm behind us with strength and control. You ready? So first up, let's just feel what it's like to do like a little dip. So you're going to come around to your chair. Be really mindful that this is not normally done on a chair. So watch your weight. I'm going on the other side of my pedal just so that the weight of the chair is that direction to help balance me out. And then knees bent, hands on the back of the chair. Bend your elbows back and just feel what it feels like in your shoulders. Go slow, don't go big, and then press back up. And again, bend those elbows. Collarbones are wide. We're not pinching shoulder blades together. How low can you go? And push back up. 5 more. Reach and up. 4, reach and up. 3, so we're not trying to pop our elbows locked. We're just pulling our elbows back and lifting ourselves back up. One more time. Cool. So I just want you to notice, what would that feel like? Did it feel like a stretch? Did it feel like a strain? Did it feel like you're all in your wrists? All good information, yeah? So next thing we're going to do is lie on top of our chair and work our arms and our long back in flexion. So here we go. 100. Easier is with the long side of the chair. Harder is with the short side of the chair. Send those legs out and pump your arms. And so do a quick little peripheral. Are those shoulder heads wide? Because we cannot have long arms in any exercise if the shoulder heads are forward. So pull those shoulders back. Next thing here, even though we are in flexion and long arm back exercise with a tall back, can you feel your spine being the longest flexion, or do you feel it in your neck? Do you feel it your way up here? It's not a teaser, it's the 100. If you need to bring your knees into your chest and do it with your knees into your chest, it's fine. You can take your legs up to the sky if you need, but give yourself a challenging spot. One more cycle of breathing. Good. Go ahead and sit really tall. Before we put our feet on the pedal, put your feet on the floor and feel as your feet push into the floor how tall that makes your back, how your outer hips hug in, how you get a nice lift of your spine. Woo, good work in your seat. Yes. So we're going to have that same feeling as we work into our footwork. So one top, one bottom spring. If that's too heavy for you, then you will do one middle, one bottom spring, and then have a seat. So where I want you to put your hands today is back behind you, fingertips long, not locking your elbows and not pinching your shoulder blades together. So no ribs out. Pull those ribs in and then heels to the other toes apart. So we're just having the hands here, and I'm kind of pressing my hands into the chair, not to lock my elbows, but just to give my upper back a little connection as I go down and up. So just so you know, this is not really the arm situation for this exercise, but it's nice, right? It's a nice thing to try out. All right, after 10, onto your arches. So double check, maybe do some shoulder rolls, put those hands back, soft elbows, knees and feet together, crown of the head to the ceiling, and lift, and lift, and lift, hugging those legs nice and tight, letting those arms softly press into the chair to help wake up your upper back. And then onto your heels and reach down and reach down. Woo! We are going to do some single leg because there are single leg long back exercises, so you may as well practice now, right? Send one leg out and keep pumping. Woo. Hold that leg up from your center, not your quad. Did you shrink on the side where the leg lifted? I did. So I'm going to try a little bit harder on this next side. So we're not resting on our hands, right? The hands are back on the back edge of the chair to help keep the wide upper back. And that your spine has to hold the long back. Does that make sense? Let's try it one more time on the other side. Again, but this time on the balls of your feet. And pump. And pump. And so if you sunk down, can you lift up? And then we're not resting the hands, we're pressing the hands back into the chair. And other side. And rest. Wonderful. Okay. So of course, we're going to do our ab series. We can never skip that. I mean, we can, but if we did the 100 on top, we must do our ab series on top. So you just went to a tall back. Now you're going to go back to your flexion and you're going to work your arms from your back. So don't even worry too much about the legs are doing. Focus on a long back and long arms. So even as I grab one ankle and one knee, I'm not bicep curling. So it's not about how much I can bend my elbows. It's how much can I pull from my back. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. 1, 2, and 1, 2. Last time each side. Good. If you need a rest, rest. Otherwise, heels stay their toes apart. So here we go. Reach those arms from the back without locking your elbows. Feel your back get longer as you reach those long arms away. And again, reach those long arms back, 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 and circle. 2 more. Reach and circle. 1 more. Reach, hold for 3. Get a longer spine. 2. Arms reaching your back. 1. Bend it in. Take a beat. All right. Lower back down, legs up to the sky. Again, not a bicep curl, so long arms, long back. Pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull. And pull, pull. And pull, pull. And pull, pull. Hands on the chair or behind your head is fine as long as the back is wide. I'm going to have long arms and a long spine with my hands to the side of the chair. 3 of these. And then both hands behind your head, twist and twist. Just 3 times each side. Curl up higher, get a longer spine. Don't lean back. That's not a long back. Does that make sense? If we lean back, we start to arch. That is not the longest flexion we could have, right? We just end up putting it in our neck. All right. So here we go. Let's go to 1 middle spring. And place your chair in a position where you can be on the floor. So we're going to, let's actually start sitting facing the chair. I'm sorry. I really do want us to work the arms in all the directions. And so I want the back to be, because it's the hardest one. So hands on the pedal. And when you press down, I want you to think not shoulder blades together and ribs out. We'll have a long back. Long arms. You press the arms like they're doing a chest expansion. All right. And again, press. And lift. And press. So I'm curling up and over the chair. The legs are not resting, my loves. Remember how we sat on the edge of our chair and pushed our feet into the floor and got our seat on? Yeah, so it's the same thing. The feet are pushing down into the floor. Your seat is on so that your arms and your back can be nice and long. Last 2. Last 1. Good. All right. So taking that up a notch. You don't have to. You can always just stick with what we just did or put your legs on top. And now as we press the pedal down, the legs lift. So arms pressing from the back. Woo! Right? Not from the elbows or from the wrists. The wrists and elbows are nice and long. And your back is nice and long. Hold it up on this next one and pulse. 1, 2, 3, and rest. Okay. So now kneeling, because we have to do arms down to the sides because we can stand on our arms to the side, right? So kneeling, knees can be together or hips distance apart. And what you're going to do is have one hand on the pedal, one arm up to the sky. Notice how you could like sink your hips over, squeeze those together, and lift up and over. And again, up and over, soft elbow. And again, all the way up, all the way over. So without locking this elbow that's on the pedal and without your shoulder coming into your ears, right? Because that's not a long back, nor is it a long arm. All the way up and over. Last time. Good.